someone, even in a manslaughter, it wasn't an intentionally, knowingly, any form or fashion. This was a traffic accident allegation. And there's no disputing that with the state.
Okay, so with regards to that, I don't know if there's a dispute about that or not. I don't have any facts. So that's all I know is what's in the indictment. I don't know any facts. If people want to call witnesses and place them under cross-examination for the facts of the case, then that can be done.
Yeah, and Judge Mr. Garza did testify that this was a traffic accident.
Do you want him to be cross-examined over the facts of the case? Here, you filed a motion to modify bond conditions, and counsel, Ms. Pratt is still listed as the attorney. Is she remaining on this case?
No, Judge, we talked about that and you signed the motion to withdraw last time I was here.
Okay, I don't know why it continues to show her.
I don't know.
Could you all look and make sure that she's listed as the attorney on this case, please?
I think I
And I
have
do
been.
recall.
Yeah, I have been on it the whole time, but I was under Miss Pratt's firm originally, and now it's my firm.
Yes. All right, so we are here on a motion to modify bond conditions. Have parties had a chance to confer?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Is
Judge.
there an agreement?
No, Judge.
All right, defense, do you have any witnesses?
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
May I call Simon Garza?
All right, if you could raise your right hand for me, please. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Simon Alexander Garza.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Simon, how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay. And do you have any educational background? Can you tell the judge?
I had graduated medical assisting school as well as a certification with phlebotomy.
Okay. And when did you graduate?
I graduated back in March, I want to say. I had completed my schools
Of 2025?
of 2025.
Okay. Was that prior to this arrest?
Yes, that was prior to this arrest.
Okay. And this arrest that we're here for, you're here on a manslaughter charge. What is it alleged to involve? Is it alleged to involve a traffic accident?
Yes.
Okay. And when is the alleged incident occur?
The alleged incident occurred somewhere in early October of 2023 or 2022.
Okay. So how long after the accident were you arrested?
About 2 years.
Okay. During those 2 years, did you have to report to anyone?
No.
Did you have to go to court at all?
No.
Did you have any monitoring whatsoever?
No.
Okay. Besides this arrest, have you ever been arrested in your entire life?
No.
Okay. Do you drink?
No, I've never drank. I never plan to.
Okay. Is that a religious reason for you?
Yes.
Okay. And so alcohol was not a factor in this incident?
Yes. It was not.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are you working right now?
Yes.
Where are you working?
Right now I'm hoping to build the university hospital down on South Lamar.
Okay. What do you do helping to build the hospital?
So right now I'm doing work in the yard. I'm hauling copper pipes and moving boxes, filling out orders, receiving orders.
Okay. Is it fair to say that you're not able to find a job in the field that you have a degree in?
Yes.
And why is that?
My case, they when I applied, they like to tell me to come back whenever things are finished and
Okay. And what hours are you working in construction?
So right now I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay. You are currently on partial house arrest with a GPS monitor, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
When did you get that put on?
I got that put on in July
Of 2025?
Yes.
Okay. Have you had any violations on GPS?
I have had no violations.
Have you had any bond violations whatsoever?
No.
Okay. And have you always shown up to court dates
Yes.
on time?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have family here in San Antonio?
Yes. All is here in San Antonio.
Okay. Who all lives here in San Antonio?
My mother, my 5 siblings, my cousins and uncles.
Okay. What about you? Are you seeing anyone?
Yes, I'm currently engaged. She also lives here in San Antonio.
Okay.
All of her family.
Okay. Now, while you've had the GPS monitor on, has it caused you any problems at work?
So I'm not able to wear steel toe boots or required steel toe boots. And I've been, running into things. There are snakes on the property. Um,
Would you say it's a safety hazard that you're not wearing the proper footwear due to the GPS monitor?
I would say that.
Okay. Has it affected your work hours at all?
It has. I'm not able to get overtime. I have to leave slightly early just so that I'm able to make it to my home on time. That
What-
I'm not over.
Okay, so what do you mean slightly early? What's your schedule?
So my schedule is from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., but I have to leave at 3 o'clock
Okay,
in
and
order to get home.
so you're not in violation.
Yeah, so that I'm not in violation.
Okay. The alleged victim in this case, do you know his family at all?
I
Do you have any contact with them?
no,
Do you know where they live?
no,
You have no reason to contact them whatsoever.
no.
Okay. You also have a bond condition of no driving, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. How do you get to work?
My father-in-law drives me.
Okay. And how do you get to court every time you have a court?
I either have my fiance or my mother take me.
Okay, so you are not driving in any capacity?
No,
No machinery at work?
no.
The limit on your hours and not being able, having to leave earlier and not being able to work overtime, is that causing financial burden on you?
That is.
How so? Can you explain it to the judge a little more?
So I'm not able to receive overtime because overtime is usually offered on the day of.
All right, so here's my thing. This is what I don't understand. As a part of his conditions, it's partial GPS for work. So if he's working till 10 p.m., that's fine because it's partial for work. I don't understand this. I can't work at, until 3:30 because I need to be home by 3:30. That's not the court's orders. The court's orders are partial GPS for employment. So if your work schedule is from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., then you're allowed to say from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. So I don't understand why my orders are not being followed.
Sure. Let me ask you this. So how long do you have from leaving work to get home?
I have until close to be about 1.
About an hour. Does it take you longer than that to make the drive?
At 3:30, yes.
And is that due to traffic?
It's due to traffic.
Okay. And then do you have to get prior approval or tell your GPS officer ahead of time what your hours are?
Yes,
And is that why you can't work overtime because you don't find out until the day of?
yes.
Who is your GPS officer?
I believe it's Alicia Pryor.
Alicia Pryor?
Yes.
Ms. Ferguson,
Yes.
can you see if Alicia Pryor can zoom in? All right, you may continue.
I don't have any other questions, just argument, Judge, and no other witnesses.
All right, any witnesses?
Oh, I just. Right.
Yes.
All right, so Mr. Urza, although you stated that you weren't arrested between the time of the crash and when you were arrested for this offense, you did receive a speeding ticket, is that correct? In
I-
those 2 years?
I did.
Okay. And then what type of shoes are you wearing today?
Today I'm wearing dress shoes.
Are they boots or?
They're low cut boots.
Okay, and so what type of work shoes are you saying that you need for work?
I need steel toe boots.
Okay, and so what's the difference between, I mean, other than the steel toe aspect of it, what's the difference between a steel toe boot and what you're wearing for work?
The steel toe boots have more cushion and they're a bit higher for more protection of the higher ankle.
Okay, and so you're saying that they're higher, or they go up higher on the ankle than what you're wearing today?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, and have you looked to see if there's anything available where it doesn't come up as high on the ankle?
I have there are things, but they're not as there's so right now I'm wearing not right now, but for work I wear composite toe shoes, but I'm receiving a lot of reprimand, I guess you could say. A lot of people calling me out and saying that I'm not supposed to be wearing those shoes and that they're not the proper work boots.
But regarding the steel toes, they're saying, regarding steel toe boots, have you looked to see if there are any available that have a lower cut on the ankle?
Yes, I have,
Is there any available?
I have the comments.
We probably.
Nothing further.
All right, we'll continue this hearing once. Can I have parties re-announce for the record, please?
Marissa Giovanco for Mr. Garza.
And you're Mr. Garza?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, we have by Zoom, Officer Pryor. Officer Pryor, could you unmute for me, please? Deputy Laura, is the sound on?
Yes, Judge.
All right, could you say something for me, please?
Good morning, Your Honor.
If you could speak up a little bit.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, Your
Morning.
Honor.
Good morning. All right, so I'm calling you on the case of Simon Alexander Garza. Do you have that pulled up?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
So could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, you can lower your hand if you'll state your name for the record.
Alicia Pryor.
All right, so this is going to be slightly different from a question and answer situation. I wanted you to zoom in because there's been testimony about his being allowed to work after hours. And so I'm trying to figure out if there's an issue because sometimes he has to work overtime. And his attorney has stated, and he stated that there is a 30-minute window for him to return home after work, but that sometimes he has to leave early because he won't make that window. So I just wanted my orders to be clear, and if there's some confusion, we could clear it up. So I'm ordering that he's allowed to work. He's on partial GPS. So is there anything that I would need to put in my order? For example, he leaves work at 3 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Sometimes you run into traffic. We have construction all over. Is there going to be an issue, or do I need to put something in the order where you all can just track him and you can see that he didn't make any stops? He's coming straight from work to home, but maybe there's construction, maybe there's traffic, and he's not going to get back home, within the 30 minutes allotment. Is that going to be an issue, or is there something I need to order?
No, ma'am. We give an hour for travel, or he has an hour of travel time. So he's able to get home. He needs to be home by 4:30 p.m. is what I currently have, since he's scheduled to leave work at 3:30.
All right, so they're giving you an hour. Is an hour not enough time for you?
The one day that I did try to,
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to speak up so she can hear.
so the day that I did try to leave work at 3:30 exactly, I ended up getting home at around 4:20, which is 10 minutes away from that cutoff time, and I didn't want to risk any accidents maybe happening or construction or something.
All right, so this is what I can tell you. Normally what ends up happening with violations on pretrial matters, one, it comes to me. Two, I'm sure, Ms. Pryor, if you see that he's not home at his allotted time, you're able to look and see that he's traveling on his way home and maybe there's some issue with traffic. I could be wrong, but I don't think they'll be filing a motion for me to review as a violation report if you're 10 minutes late. They will usually, and correct me if I'm wrong, if you're late, they will look at the tracking and they will see. And then it will come to me and say, oh, this person stopped at HEB, this person stopped at a club, but that's when I'll get it. You understand?
Yeah.
Is that correct, Ms. Officer Pryor?
Yes, Your Honor. So we'll call the defendant to see why he was late, if it was due to traffic or if there is an issue with car or whatever may have happened. If there was an unauthorized stop, then we would do a violation.
So they will call you. So just be available for a phone call. So there's not a problem with you working overtime. You just need to let them know that you're working overtime. And if, from what I'm understanding from the witness, is that if you're scheduled to leave at 3:30, but there's overtime work, all you have to do is email or call them and say, I'm still at work, I've gotten overtime, and then they will track you.
May I ask her a question, Judge?
Sure.
Okay, Ms. Pryor, as far as if he were to get a last minute, same day overtime shift, is he able to do that, or is he supposed to be giving you advance notice?
It is supposed to be advance notice, just because I'm personally in the office from the hours of 8 to 5, so I could put his schedule in. The on-call officers wouldn't be aware because they don't have access to my email that he's requesting more time to be at work. So if he's scheduled at that time for 3:30 p.m., he has to be home by 4:30. He wouldn't be able to do that day of overtime.
Okay,
So here's my question. Do you work on weekends?
I currently don't.
All right. So what you do is you send an email to them. And the person who will be submitting the violation report would be you, or would it be the person who's working at the desk?
For me,
Yes.
sorry, for the violation, can you ask the question
All
again?
right.
Sorry.
So if for some reason, because you say you're scheduled from 9 to 5, if he works over, would you be, and you're not there, and your email, nobody is able to check your email, would you be the person who would enter the violation report, or would it be the person who's on duty?
No, I would do the violation on return of business day.
All right, so you just send her an email and let you know you're at work. According to GPS, she'll be able to look to see if you were actually at your location or not. But if it's going to be overtime, this is the court's order, because I want people to work. If it's going to be overtime, you need to send them an email saying, I'm still at work. I'm going to be here overtime. She's just told you she would be the person who would enter the violation report, not the person on duty. And I'm making an assumption here, and if the assumption is incorrect, let me know. My understanding is that even if it was somebody who was not your normal officer, they would still call you and say, hey, where are you at? That was a bad sentence. I mean,
I
you know,
understood everything.
my English professor would be horrible and upset with me for ending with a preposition. So they will call you and say, where's your location? Why are you not at your designated location? Miss Dixon, I apologize. You taught me better. And so did my mom. So you just need to make sure that you're in contact with them. And if you have an extra shift, just send them an email. You understand? Are you able to do that? All right. So, and just be available for phone calls. So if something happens and you're supposed to be home at 4:30 or whatever it is, she's already stated that they will call you and say why you're not at home. And you can tell them, you can look, I'm stuck in traffic. All right.
And Judge, can I still be heard on argument, because that's not our
No,
only issue?
no, you can still be heard on argument, but is there anything else from Officer Pryor?
No, Judge.
State anything from Officer Pryor?
No, he's been really compliant, Judge.
All
I don't
right.
have anything else to say.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you for zooming in on such short notice. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Pryor.
Yes, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge. Judge, my argument is that Mr. Garza is a young child. He's a young kid. He's 22. He is not someone who has a criminal history. He is alleged to have committed basically what they're saying is a traffic accident. This isn't someone who killed someone, even in a manslaughter. It wasn't an intentionally, knowingly, any form or fashion. This was a traffic accident allegation. And there's no disputing that with the state.
Okay. So with regards to that, I don't know if there's a dispute about that or not. I don't have any facts.
Well, Judge, I think the legal definition of a manslaughter is a reckless killing, so that's what he's indicted for. Sure.
So that's all I know is what's in the indictment. I don't know any facts. If people want to call witnesses and place them under cross-examination for the facts of the case, then that can be done.
Yeah, and Judge, Mr. Garza did testify that this was a traffic accident.
Do you want him to be cross-examined over the facts of the case?
No, I mean, no, Judge, we've already passed and that was already done. But he did testify it was a traffic accident. I have not heard anything to dispute that. However, the purpose of GPS is to stop people from hurting other people, to stop people from committing additional crimes, to protect victims. The protection from the community, if we want to argue for the state side, is driving. They're concerned about Mr. Garza driving. He testified he is not driving. There is a condition of bond that he not drive. The GPS does not add any additional protections that it is intended for. This is not a case for GPS. He has also been on GPS since July of 2025 with 0 violations, and it is creating a safety hazard for him at work. I believe we've solved the hour issues, and I appreciate that, Judge, but it is additionally causing a safety issue for him at work, and it is unduly burdensome and not necessary in this case.
State?
Good. We believe it's necessary in her testimony that in the 2 years that he was not indicted, we put up a speeding ticket. And so I think from the state side, it is necessary to monitor him for the safety of the community. And so we'd ask that we keep it out of the order.
All right, thank you. All right, the motion will be denied.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
In this 30-second courtroom moment, Simon Alexander Garza appears before the judge over GPS bond restrictions tied to a pending manslaughter case stemming from an alleged traffic accident. His attorney argues that the strict 1-hour return window from work is creating stress and safety issues, especially with traffic and overtime. The court calls the supervising GPS officer by Zoom, who confirms Garza has been compliant with 0 violations. The judge clarifies that communication is key. If he works overtime, he must notify probation in advance. Despite the defense arguing GPS is unnecessary for a 22-year-old with no criminal history, the state raises community safety concerns related to driving. In the end, the judge denies the motion and keeps GPS in place. Do you think GPS monitoring was necessary here or too strict? She'd comment below, like, own, and share for more real courtroom breakdowns.
Because there's a plea, we can go off the record, because there was a plea agreement on counts 1, 2, and 3.
So, count 1 and 3 was on one, and there was a second for count 2.
Right, so I need to see that because.
The indictment did?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I need to, no, I only have the stipulations because one of the counts is a state jail felony. The other 2 counts are 3rd-degree felonies.
Right.
So I need these, I only have the stipulations for the state jail felony, not for the other one. And now we'll go back on the record. So that was counts 1 and count 2 were the harassment of the public servant. There's also a motion to enter adjudication of guilt on count 3, which was attempting to take a weapon from an officer. Is that correct, State?
So that counts 1 and count 1 is a harassment of a public servant, count 2 is attempt to take the weapon, and count 3 is the harassment. So 1 and 3 are the 3rd degree, and then state jail is count 2.
All right. So did you also review the document motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision as it relates to the count 2 attempting to take a weapon from an officer?
Yes, Judge.
All right, State, and if you could read the allegations for that count as well.
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 2nd day of October 2025 in Atascosa, Texas, the defendant designated Brian Gomez committed the offense of resist, arrest, search, transportation, and violation. Number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
Then violated condition number 6, on or about the 2nd day of October 2025 in Bear County, Texas, the defendant designated Brian Gomez departed Bear County without the condition of the court and or the supervision officer in violation of condition number 6.
And how do you plead to that?
True.
State will waive the remaining violation.
Okay.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violations 1 and 6 and each of the counts 1, 2, and 3, that in counts 1 and 3, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to 1 and 6 and counts 1 and 3?
Yes, yes.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 1 and 6 as it relates to count 2? If the court were to find it true, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $10,000 fines?
Yes, sir.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to counts 1 and 6 and count 2?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then in counts 1, counts 2, counts 3, the court will find violations of 1 and 6 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Judge, to my understanding, state would be recommending on counts 1 and 3 for entering adjudication of guilt, revoking community supervision and sentencing to 4 years in prison. And then on count 2, enter an adjudication of guilt, grant state's motion to revoke supervision and sentence to 2 years, running of the cases.
And defense, what are you requesting?
We're asking that he be put inside of or continued on probation, zero tolerance. Give my reasons why if you'd like to hear them.
Yes.
You want to raise your right hand?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Judge.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Desmond DeBryan Gomez.
All right.
On the date of your arrest for harassing a public servant, were you on drugs or were you?
Okay, I'm sorry, counsel. You're going to have to speak up. I can't hear, and I
Okay.
know the court reporter cannot.
Were you using drugs on the date of the offense?
Yes.
Do you have a recollection of how you harassed a police officer?
Not the best recollection, but somewhat.
Okay, and when they alleged that you tried to take this gun away from them, were you also under the influence of drugs or alcohol?
Yes.
Drugs, only?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, now, they allege that you left Bear County, while you were put on probation. But before that, they also said that you failed to report. Can you tell me if you ever reported to the probation officer, office after you were released on probation?
Yes, I reported to the office in front of the jail, and I was supposed to have a meeting with my probation officer on the 22nd. I went in there and I talked to the front desk. They called my probation officer and got my picture taken in there. And then from there, I left.
Did they ever make any attempts to make another appointment with you?
No, I had an appointment on October 22nd.
Okay, and when you were released on probation, initially, I believe did you have a conversation with the judge of where you wanted the probation to be at?
No, not initially, but it was brought to the judge's attention that I was from Beeville. And that I wasn't from Bear County, but I did state that I did have an address here to live at whenever I was released.
And can you tell me something about the address that you were supposed to be living in San Antonio?
When I showed up, everybody there was a lot of drugs there, and it was too much for me when I got there. I got out and I just tried to stay with my head straight. And I went to Haven for Hope, and 3 days from there, that's whenever I just decided that I wanted to go to Beeville to be with my family and see my kids.
And do you have a place to live over there?
Yes,
Okay. How old were you
23 years old.
when you turned 24?
July. This coming July.
Oh, next year?
Yes, yes.
Okay, and you said you have kids, how many kids you got?
I have two,
How old?
3 and 6.
3 and 6. Yeah. Now, you were arrested for possession of a dangerous drug in county, was it? Atascosa County. What was the dangerous drug that you had on?
Xanax.
And do you have a prescription for Xanax?
Yes,
And how long have you had a prescription for Xanax?
for the last 5 years.
Okay. And that's the drug that they didn't find any other drugs?
No.
Okay. And so you reported you couldn't live in the house here. So you went home. You never missed did you miss that October 22nd?
I tried to, well, I did pay my bond in Atascosa, so I tried to get to my probation officer before then. My family was gonna bring me from Beeville to San Antonio, come report.
Were you in jail when you were supposed to report?
Yes,
Okay, so you were unable to report because you were in jail.
yes,
And that was on October 22nd?
Yes, I paid my bond. I tried to go report, but I was, I don't want free.
When were you released?
I wasn't released. I was extradited from out of state to the Bear County.
Okay. All right, and I guess, what are you asking for the judge to do with your case? Are you asking her to continue you on probation? Or what exactly do you want her to do?
I'm asking for leniency to continue my probation and please try to get me moved to the county where I have somewhere to live and where my kids are and where I have a job. Because here in Bear County, I'm not from here and I really don't have nothing here. Nothing at all. I know nobody here, no family here.
And you have a job?
I did have an aunt and a cousin here that I was gonna stay with, but they were all on drugs. So that was all I had.
Right, and you're saying, I mean, other than the Xanax, do you have problems with other drugs?
Yeah, I have in the past. I've been incarcerated for the last almost 8 months. Before being released on probation, and I've been sober off anything since then.
Do you think Xanax would be helpful?
Yes, I think it would.
What is that?
Well, I think it would. I think it wouldn't at the same time. I know what choices I need to make. It's just, I don't know why something gets in the way of me making. I guess it's just with myself. There's no other excuse.
Now, in Beeville, do you have a support system?
Yes.
And who would that be?
My mother, my father, my grandmother, my aunt, my children.
Okay, and where would you live?
With my grandmother.
Your grandmother?
Yes.
And does she have any rules?
I mean, yeah, of course, everybody does, basic rules. Being before they don't, I mean, you can't be coming in and out late. Stay clean.
All right,
And work.
work? And where would you be working?
Be working for my uncle as a surveyor and doing concrete work.
Oh, you do something?
Yes, sir.
And so you're asking the judge to continue on probation if she deems it necessary to give you some kind of drug help. You think that would be appropriate?
Yes.
Okay. All right, no further questions.
Any questions?
Yes, so very briefly, Mr. Gomez, you stated that, once you got out of jail, you attempted to contact your probation officer, is that correct?
Yes.
How did you attempt to make that contact?
I went to the probation office across the street and the front desk receptionist got in contact with the probation officer, set me an appointment, and then took my picture and then that's when I left the office.
And that subsequent appointment, did you make that appointment?
Yes.
And so it was a successful meeting after that?
Yes.
Okay. And at any time did you tell your probation officer you were leaving the county?
No,
Why not?
I didn't have a phone. I tried to go to the jail and call her from the jail phone, but they wouldn't let me use it. I didn't have her number. I just knew her name and the address where I was going to meet her at. I did have the paperwork though, but I lost all my paperwork because it was in a backpack. Someone stole it.
But you stated you have a support system out of county, correct?
Yes.
Do those family members have phones?
Yes.
Are you capable of using the internet?
Yes.
Could you have Googled Bear County Adult Probation to find a general phone number?
Well, I wasn't with any of my family. I was just on my own out here when I got released from the jail. I was just walking in the streets.
Okay, so would you agree with me that it would be a little difficult for this court to believe that you'd be able to follow the rules of your community support, your family members' rules for their homes, when you couldn't even comply with the conditions of probation in this case?
Yes.
Yeah, no further questions, right?
Any further questions?
Well, would you be able to comply with all the rules of probation, all the conditions, if you have that support system and you're living in Beeville?
Yeah.
And you would be fully employed?
Yes, fully employed.
Okay. And that's where your kids are, your grandmother, your parents, and if you have any other brothers, sisters, or anybody else?
Yeah, I have two sisters.
And are they helpful for you? With you?
Yes,
Okay. No further,
they're younger, but they're helpful.
okay. No further questions, sir.
All right, I have a few questions if there are no objections.
Okay.
All right, so when you left Bear County, you went to go live with family?
Yeah,
And who did you live with?
my grandma,
All right, and who else was living there?
my aunt, my uncle. So,
All right, and were your children living there?
no.
Were you living with your children at any time?
No, they live with their mother, but I did have, I met up with her and I got to see my kids when I first got released.
Okay. So what I don't understand is why you can get to Beeville, what is the distance from here to Beeville?
About 80 miles.
So how did you get to Beeville?
This guy that I had met at the gas station, he told me he was heading towards Corpus, and he told me he would drop me off in Evil.
All right, so this guy you met, complete stranger,
Yes, ma'am.
and they gave you a ride? Yes or no?
Yes.
And they wouldn't let you use their phone?
Well, I didn't really ask.
All right.
I was just going to.
So, and when did this happen? When did you get to Beeville?
I never really got to get there. I got pulled over in Atascosa.
All right. And so you were able to do all of this, but not pick up the phone and call probation. And you left Bear County without getting a approval from the court.
Okay.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is going to do. I don't think you're a good candidate for probation. The court, as previously stated, is finding 1 and 6 true in counts 1, 2, and 3. Counts 1, 2, and 3 will run concurrently. The court is going to revoke. The court will find you guilty. In count 1, the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. In count 2, the court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. In count 3, the court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. There's to be no residing in household with minors. There's restitution to Juan Vertiz, Vertiz, James Trotty, Trottie. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. Court will give you credit for any time served, and the court will request the therapeutic community. Therapeutic community does not increase the time that you're in custody. It's to help you with any type of drug or alcohol issues you may have. This is not a plea bargain agreement. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
You do have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you are on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over that, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Sean.
All right, we can go off the record. You have children. You got to change your life. Otherwise, don't go bringing chaos into their lives. You understand?
Yes, Sean.
All right, good luck to you. You're welcome.
Have a seat, sir.
All right, could I see the parties, Giovinco? All right, we're back on the record in 2025 CR 004128, State versus Simon Alexander Garza.